My name is Sarah Nahachewski, and I'm one of the vice principals at Centennial Collegiate. And on behalf of the Centennial Collegiate staff, I would like to welcome you to the 2025 Centennial Collegiate graduation ceremony. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate the subject award and scholarship winners highlighted in the slideshow. As we prepare to get underway, we would ask you to please silence your cell phones so our ceremony can be enjoyed without interruption. To begin our ceremony this afternoon, I would ask you to please stand for the playing of our national anthem. It is my absolute pleasure to be with you today to share in the celebration of this significant milestone. My wish for you graduates is that you take pride in all you have accomplished and take a moment to express gratitude. Gratitude for your caregivers, your friends, and all the special people in your life who have walked alongside you, encouraged you when you needed it most, and led by example. With intention, humility, and grace, I acknowledge that we gather today to celebrate the achievements of our graduating class on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional meeting ground and home for many Indigenous peoples, including the Cree, Dakota, Saulteaux, Lakota, Nakota, Dene, Métis, and Michif peoples. We honor and recognize the deep connections these nations have to this land, and we pay our respect to Indigenous ancestors who have walked here before us. This land has long been a place of learning, sharing, and community. As we celebrate this important milestone, we are reminded of the strength and wisdom that comes from honoring our relationships with one another, with history, and with the land itself. Today, we reaffirm our relationship with one another and with this land. We express our gratitude for its health and vitality. It sustains us, supports our growth, and allows our communities, including our school community, to thrive together. As we look toward the future, may we carry forward a spirit of respect, gratitude, and responsibility. And may we continue to walk together in the spirit of reconciliation and shared purpose. Please welcome our principal, Wendy Benson, to the lectern to begin our celebration.
Good afternoon, graduates, friends, family members, and special guests. We're so pleased to be here together to celebrate your accomplishments. I'd like to take a moment to convey greetings to all of the graduates from Her Honor Bernadette McIntyre, the Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, as well from the Saskatchewan Minister of Education, the Honorable Everett Hinley. You will find a letter of congratulations from each of them in your folder. Shane Skirvin, the Director of Education for Saskatoon Public Schools, also extends greetings and congratulations to all of you on your graduation. He wanted me to pass on the importance of always giving your best effort and to wish you the very best as you tackle new opportunities this fall. Today, we're celebrating a significant achievement in your lives. As you await the next chapter, this is a moment to reflect on the journey and to look forward to the future with hope and excitement. This year, the notion of embracing change and building the future seems to be in the forefront. This is particularly fitting for our Centennial Chargers, a name that symbolizes strength, resilience, and the drive to forge ahead. Chargers are not only physically capable, but also mentally equipped for the rigors of battle, demonstrating intelligence and composure. They are adept at mastering new skills and confronting novel situations. Over the past years, this graduating class has faced numerous challenges, from navigating the complexities of high school to adapting to unprecedented global events. Yet through it all, you have shown remarkable resilience and adaptability. You have embraced change, not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to grow and learn. Grade 9 was the transition year following COVID protocols. We started off in masks, some restrictions on social rules, a quartered schedule, and EDSB as our online learning and communication tool. With the lifting of COVID protocols and restrictions, we eased into extracurricular activities and returned to what some might term a normal school year. In grade 10, we moved back to a semester schedule and a full slate of extracurricular activities. The first pep rally we had since COVID was in September, and the gym was filled with energy. Some of you had that newfound freedom of a driver's license, and your social environment extended now out of the commons area. You engaged in activities that helped you make connections, you built relationships, and you found meaning in the school beyond the classroom. Grade 11, we were fully immersed in our ESB communication and classroom, and activities were full swing. Due to sanctions announced in January, some restrictions and strike days brought more uncertainty. You amazed us with your ability to be flexible, to support each other, and to focus and resolve, and it allowed you to stay the course. Now, here we are at the end of your grade 12 year, and it was exciting to see the senior gear on full display and the leadership and pride that accompanied it. Athletics and clubs were buzzing, and our SRC was actively engaged in spirit days and activities. Innovative ideas, collaborative group efforts, individual academic success and achievement in so many activities outside the classroom was plentiful. You made it to the top of that high school pyramid. Now each of you has your own Centennial story, which includes your own network of family members, friends, teachers, and other staff who have supported you. We thank them for their collaborative efforts and the role they played in your success. We are proud of what you have accomplished, grateful for the opportunity to have played a role in your journey, and excited about what lies ahead. Today we're here to celebrate your achievements thus far, but we know this is just the beginning. The world continues to change, and you will have first-hand experience with this. I would be amiss if I didn't provide you a few reminders as your learning journey continues. Be present. Take off your headphones, step away from the laptop or game, and turn off your phone for a while. Embrace the moments that lie ahead and truly experience them. Take responsibility. When you come up short or make a mistake, just own it. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning and growth. Laugh. Find joy in trivial things and don't be afraid to laugh out loud. Laughter is a wonderful way to stay positive and connected. Try something new. Embrace new experiences, even if they come with failures. Deal with your frustrations productively, as you will never know your true potential unless you challenge yourself. And finally, dream. Be ambitious, follow your passions, and strive to reach your goals. Next year will bring many new adventures. Please be sure to make note of the diversity and pathways this graduating class is pursuing, whether it be heading off to post-secondary institutions in the fall, following your passions in athletics or the arts, or taking a gap year to travel or work. Do so with the intention of leaving a positive impact. Building the future is not just about personal success. It's about contributing to the world around you. Each of you has the potential to make a difference, to be a force for positive change. Whatever you choose, remember, err in the direction of kindness. Go with your heart and be sure to share your gifts. As you move forward, remember that change is a constant companion. Embrace it with open arms and a courageous heart. The skills and knowledge that you have acquired here at Centennial Collegiate will serve as your foundation, but it's your ability to adapt and innovate that will truly set you apart. We hope that you're fully charged as you head out into the world and use your lightning bolts of energy for positive influence. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have brought you to this moment. Celebrate your achievements, cherish the memories, and look forward to the adventures that lie ahead. Congratulations. Our graduates were invited to submit a short write-up to have read as they cross the stage. These will be read by Centennial staff as each graduate receives their diploma. We will continue our program by welcoming our first set of graduates to the stage.
University of Alberta for engineering, to build robots, work on cars, or create a startup. Makiza Abasi. Makiza is grateful for memories made at Centennial. She plans to pursue psychology in university. There were ups and downs, but she made it here. Sarib Abasi. Sarib enjoyed his time at Centennial Collegiate. His favorite moment was his period 3 spare with his friends. Sierra Andrew. Will be our principal, Wendy Benson.
The Saskatoon Public School Board offers proficiency scholarships to the students in the graduating class who had the highest average while attending Centennial Collegiate in the grade 9, 10, 11, and 12 years. I would like to call forward the following students as the recipients of the scholarships for the class of 2025. Ted Song and Namra Patel. Ted is not only an intelligent student, but a quick learner who pushes himself beyond what is studied during classroom instruction to deepen his understanding and knowledge in both his English language and French immersion classes. He is a skilled, independent learner with a strong work ethic. He is inquisitive, engaged, and holds himself accountable for handing in high-level work. Ted is a quiet leader who chooses his words carefully and speaks articulately. Well-liked by his peers, he is collaborative and willing to share his expertise. Ted is also extremely creative. He loves to draw and does an amazing job with projects that allow him to apply his artistic talents and creativity. In his own words, Ted values physical and mental health, money, and success. We are confident that with a start at the University of Toronto next year to study computer science, Ted will be well on his way to honoring his values and reaching his goals. Congratulations, Ted. Namra's grade 12 average was 99.5%, which tells you a lot about the level of excellence he brought to his studies each day. He doesn't settle for anything less than the absolute best. He seeks out feedback and applies it to his learning. And he is consistent and serious in his approach. And while he is probably smarter than you, he is always deferential and humble. He participates and leads discussions and is always willing to support and problem solve with his peers to build a community of learning. He is respectful to staff and his fellow students and brings a genuine curiosity for learning to everything he does. Namra will be attending the University of Saskatchewan next year to pursue a degree in biomedical sciences, and we are sure the skills and abilities he demonstrated at Centennial will serve him well as he continues to lead and grow. Congratulations, Namra.
Perseverance Awards, please welcome our staff president, Mr. Tyler Friesen.
Good afternoon. As Ms. Tamlin said, my name is Tyler Friesen, and in my role as staff president, I am honored to join you this afternoon to present the Saskatoon Board of Education Perseverance Award. To start, I would like to invite Annika Babcock and Lily DeBray Richard to come to the stage. Each year, the Saskatoon Board of Education Perseverance Award is presented by the Saskatoon Board of Education to a high school student who has shown perseverance in overcoming significant obstacles to completing their high school education, while also participating in the life of the school and serving as a good role model for other students. This year, we have chosen two recipients, Annika and Lily. If you came to a dance performance this year, you would have seen Annika Babcock's beautiful dance skills on full display. But not only did she participate in dance, she led. She channeled all her courage and perseverance into a powerful and inspiring leadership, which modeled for her teammates the power of a quiet determination to keep going. Annika's journey through high school has been just that, putting one foot in front of the other as she supported her mom and younger sibling through her mom's battle with cancer, a battle she lost last spring. Demonstrating maturity beyond her years, she handled the additional responsibilities and challenges that resulted from needing to step up as a primary caregiver in her family, while striving to maintain her academic goals and the therapeutic benefits of her dance commitments and social connections. And she did it. Annika's teacher described her as determined and hardworking, a student who exemplifies grace and dignity. Next year, Annika is taking some time off school to decide what comes next. Congratulations, Annika. Described as a humble powerhouse of a student,
afternoon, everyone. Before I begin, I too want to congratulate the class of 2025. As Ms. Benson has mentioned, you've been through a lot over the last 4 years, and I can't think of a more resilient group than the ones that have been gone through the education system over the last 4 or 5 years. So congratulations again. I would also like to say congratulations to the friends and family that are here to support this amazing class of 2025. Without you, they wouldn't be here. So I also want to thank that group as well. And last but not least, I want to give an opportunity here to thank the teaching staff and the staff at Centennial Collegiate. Please join me in giving them a round of applause for all their work in this classroom. I'm here this afternoon to present the Governor General's Bronze Academic Medal. This award was created in 1873 by Lord Dufferin, Canada's third Governor General, to encourage academic excellence throughout the nation. Throughout its recognition of outstanding academic achievement over the years, it has become one of the most prestigious awards that students in Canadian schools can win. This year's Centennial Collegiate winner is Muntaha Chowdhury. Muntaha is an exceptional student with an overall average of 98.25% in grades 11 and 12. Muntaha has been described as possessing both intellectual brilliance and academic maturity. She is deeply analytical and an innovative thinker who works hard and appreciates every opportunity to learn and demonstrate her knowledge. Even in new subject areas, she quickly stands out due to her disciplined, motivated, and very keen mind. She's meticulous and thorough, and she strives to satisfy a profound curiosity about how the world works. She is also kind, collaborative, humble, and gracious, both in and out of the classroom. She doesn't take anything for granted. Her leadership in our extracurricular programs, including SRC, or as a library volunteer, showcases a confident young woman who can lead, but who is also willing to step back and contribute behind the scenes. Either way, she exudes integrity and trustworthiness. Muntaha plans to study computer science at the University of Toronto next fall, and we are confident of her success as she continues to enrich her mind and the lives of those around her. Congratulations.
As their valedictorian. Please welcome Ms. Emerson Hunchak to deliver this year's valedictory address.
Good afternoon, 2025 grads, parents, teachers, support staff, family, and friends. My name is Emerson Hunchak, and it is an honor to be representing the graduating class of 2025 on this memorable day. I've been lucky enough to learn, to grow, and to achieve alongside these smiling faces the past 4 years. And though our smiles may not have changed throughout high school, our goals and our aspirations have evolved alongside us as we've grown into who we are. Let's travel back in time. In 2012, the grad class was 5 years old. We wanted to be pirates, princesses, tigers, and rock stars. I wanted to be a mermaid, obviously. In 2017, we were 10. We wanted to be firefighters, astronauts, teachers, and veterinarians. I wanted to be a therapist, to know everybody's secrets. In 2022, we were 15. We wanted to be pilots, doctors, musicians, and lawyers. I wanted to swim in the circus. And now, in 2025, I've got my heart set on optometry. Of course, this is in no way meant to discourage anyone from their big dreams of being in the circus. We're meant to change our minds. We're not supposed to get it right the first time. We might struggle and fail and try so many new things before finding the life that's meant for us. When selecting grade 12 classes last year, and now transitioning into adulthood, one of the trickiest things for us to understand has been the enormity of our options. So many different paths to take, all requiring a great deal of commitment. And while the very generous offer to be my younger sister's full-time assistant was tempting, not, the abundance of options made the decision feel impossible. The pressure of being successful, the task of building up a desirable resume, and finally, devoting yourself to a journey which will require years of hard work and shape the rest of your life. All of this felt daunting for a high school student who couldn't yet see beyond the safe walls of Centennial. Fortunately, my perspective widened when I was reminded of the privilege it is to be overwhelmed with opportunity. Whether it's continuing their education or taking the diploma they're handed today and running with it, my grad class has countless opportunities to pursue. When asked where they see themselves in 10 years, my classmates' response was filled with promise and diversity. Sitting in front of you today, I introduce the future: child speech therapists, dentists, lawyers, influencers, tradesmen, teachers, hairstylists, physios, nurses, small business owners, and a lot of rich people. With all the perseverance that will be required in the years to follow, I hope we're able to squeeze in some moments of gratitude for the experiences we so often take for granted and celebrate all the hard work we did in high school, building a foundation for what's next to come. Your time at Centennial should be viewed as a tool for reflection in the future, not just a memory to be forgotten in the past. As we move forward onto much more difficult yet rewarding feats, we'll always have our time at Centennial to look back on. We'll be reminded of how we survived the worst assignments. We mastered the trickiest concepts, and we overcame the toughest conflicts. When we're met with even larger responsibilities in the future, I hope we're able to look back and realize the uncomfortable moments that seemed to be everlasting were gone before we knew it. Of course, we did not face these challenges alone. We're incredibly thankful for all the amazing teachers who ensured our success with countless hours spent on feedback and individual coaching. To support staff who carefully calculate the work behind the scenes, ensuring we have a clean space to learn and someone to call with questions. And to parents, guardians, and family, who we will forever be indebted to for their continuous sacrifices and teaching. Your care and support has shaped us more than we will ever know. Thank you.
Graduates of the class of 2025, congratulations. Although today you become graduates of Centennial Collegiate, you are, and always will be, part of the Charger family. We enjoyed watching your journey through high school, and we sincerely hope that you will stay connected to the Charger community in the years to come. We wish you nothing but happiness and success as you take all that you have learned, both in and out of the classroom over the last 4 years, and tackle the next stage of life's adventures. Before we close today, we'd appreciate your help in thanking a number of individuals and groups who contributed to this afternoon's celebration. First off, to the graduation committee at Centennial Collegiate, a small but mighty group, who took a lot of time out of their extra hours to plan today's ceremony and ensure that we had a wonderful day. To Dutch growers, who once again this year donated all the beautiful plants and flowers that you see around the stage. To the entire Centennial Collegiate staff, for donating their skills and talents to support student learning and engagement, and for the passion and support that they bring to public education every day in our building. And of course, to all the caregivers, family, and friends who support these graduates and our Charter community every day. Please note, the program and the slideshows will be posted in our EDSB 2025 group tomorrow, and they'll remain there for the rest of the week if you want to access any of those things. This concludes our ceremonies for this afternoon. At this time, I would ask the 17th graduating class of Centennial Collegiate to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of Centennial Collegiate 2025. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful evening celebrating with family and friends. Thank you.
Faiyaz was taught to him in high school, and he's grateful for every lesson he learned as he steps confidently into a future filled with new challenges and endless possibilities.